As they say around here, keep Austin weird. They're going to keep it electric today inside Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, home to the Longhorns. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Longhorns will put toe to leather and we'll get started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Duggan. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Grabbed behind the line. It's Gilmore. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Really nice pass there. You know the expectations at USC every year are sky high. Not just to win the conference, but to be in the national championship discussion. But to do that, they need this guy right here to play at a high level week in and week out, because this guy has the skills and the tools to take them.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Trying play action. Trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires into traffic, picked off. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
A first down for the offense. Looking for room. It's O'Connell. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about, because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Wants to go up top. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Really nice job by the defense. The offense has the whole playbook open to them on 3rd and short. They try to slip in the screen. Did not fool the defense at all. Nice stop by the defense.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
The Longhorns have this offense rolling. They'll go with a direct snap. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. He's got him in the flat. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. At midfield, he's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. He's looking for a man on second down. Pulls it in. It's Thorne. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He hurls one deep down the left side. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Hold and fired complete. Got room at the 35. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
What a weapon this guy is, right? The tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
Bulldoze ahead. He's down at the 18 after picking up 5. And the Trojans headed quickly to the line. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires and picked off. Trying to take it back. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
1st down here for the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Got his man. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Quarterback checking the play. He wants to pass it on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Dynasty. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
USC 7, Texas 3.
First down to start the drive after the break. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Short gain on the play before he slides. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. He's back to throw on second down. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Brings it in down the left side. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
Well, he hauls that pass in. Big play for the offense. The Trojans have had such a history at this receiver position, right? You go back to Mike Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, Juju, and then Jordan Addison. There's always a playmaker on the perimeter of the field for the quarterback to take advantage of. And they've got to keep feeding this guy the football. He is dangerous.
On second down, they'll take to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Thorne. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this. You keep finding them.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. That last drive, an absolute absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse. And that pass intercepted. Got him down quickly after the pick, but man, do you have to take care of the ball down here, and they didn't. They'll mark it at the 27.
We've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to, and as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Going up top on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Got enough space, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, USC! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Texas.
He'll bring it out. It's Vasquez. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with the first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Back to the air one more time. They're working that left side. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line.
And I love working the slot receivers. And you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
So much for jumbo sets. They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. And that is interception number 3 on the day. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He's going for the big play. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time. But you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Just don't feel like the quarterback's in a rhythm so far. He's had accuracy issues. That last throw was underthrown, but we've seen bad decisions trying to force the football in places it just shouldn't go, and that's why he's already thrown multiple interceptions.
Looking to pass on second down. Quarterback moving. He's going to run it. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And the Longhorns have taken it inside the 20. They go to the ground. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll go to the air. Caught behind the line. It's Vasquez. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pressure coming. Got it! Bust through behind his pad. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. And the defense drags him down. On 4th and goal, no thought of the field goal. They'll go for the touchdown. Now on the move. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on 4th down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense has won, especially on 4th down, and you're going to be coming off the field.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He's there to make the stop.
No gain on the play. 3rd down coming.
Here comes the crowd trying to make it tough on 3rd and long. They'll try the run. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. After run, now throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Trying to pick up 7 here on second down from the 20. Running it to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
To the air on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Gilmore. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
And the Trojans will line it up on first and 10. He wants to throw. They're trying to get... He tries to take the top off. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. We're lucky that one hit the ground.
On second down, wants to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window. And you just say, hey, defense won that well. Good coverage.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Trojans will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. Fires to the right. It's caught. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Snap it to the back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
On the move. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! Well, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to get back in this ball game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Gets it out fast. At the 45 on his way. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And the Trojans want to pick up the tempo.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They'll throw it on first down. He's got it. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Now after the short completion, it's second down. From the gun, the ground game. Open space at the 25. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. Still on his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
The give to the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. They'll run it on first and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. He's looking to throw. He's got it on the move. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him developing.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that is how you get it done. Third down, it's the money down, right? We've got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on third down?
And that is no good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
This is one of the best run defenses in the entire country. They pride themselves on being the most physical unit, and you are seeing that in this game, shutting down this running back.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
The Trojans trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Touchdown Trojans! And they take it in for 6 more points. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep.
Texas.
Going for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is a type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on second down. Finds his man. It's O'Connell. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, USC 27, Texas 17.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They'll try to get the first through the air. He lost one down the sideline. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Longhorn! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Texas.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Firing to the right, complete.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Running back searching for a hole. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All third downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
Looking to scramble. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on third and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a fourth down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
On the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. And the offense falls on the football, but they are short of the line to gain. It'll be a turnover on down.
It's so hard to force fumbles. And when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling. You're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender. But the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down.
Yeah, way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly. Get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Looking to go up top on first down. Good timing on the quick out. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal for this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get in the end zone again. Touchdown, Texas! And with that, they move out front here on the 4th.
Man, I love this offense.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. Now he can return this. He's at the 50. Past the 30. The 10. He takes it all the way back for the defensive 2-point conversion. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Texas.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorn! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Feeling some heat. He'll pull it down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, just nowhere to go there. And it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That linebacker shot through the hole so fast and timed up that snap count perfectly, getting the big hit on the running back for the tackle for loss.
And the Trojans will call on their punt team. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And this will push the offense back as they mark it dead at the 10.
It's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14.
Well, at this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, deep in their own end, they're going to want to run the football, no doubt. The defense knows that, and they're going to be trying to rip it out, seeing if they can get a takeaway to set up their offense in great field position. So ball security right here has got to be big.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
Looking to move it through the air. The quick out. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Working on the right. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Grabbed in the backfield. It's O'Connell. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. It's complete to the left. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
They'll throw it on first down. He makes the connection. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is even bigger. With that field goal, now it takes a touchdown to beat them. So you want to pin them back and then let the defense have a little room to work with. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had...
He lobs one high down the left side. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Fires left. He makes the catch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's taking the deep shot. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Here comes the two-point try. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Vasquez. He gets a block. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that to the end zone, making a huge play.
They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. He'll bring it out. It's Duggan. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.